Hey you guys, welcome. Happy hump day to everybody. I'm going to turn these lights off. It's a little bright. I am not really running behind today, but kind of doing a late slow cooker meal for our dinner tonight. We have a friend coming to town, and I thought it'd be easy to have dinner ready by the time he got here, and also to have enough for leftovers for lunch tomorrow for myself, my husband, and Kevin, who is coming to stay with us for a couple days. So I'm going to show you guys. Hey Jesse, happy Wednesday. Yes, I have my hat on. I'm going to show you guys an awesome recipe, super fast, really easy to put together, and you can do it all in one pan. Or one pot, and that is going to be your Rockcrok, and you're going to want to use your Rockcrok slow cooker stand as well. Now, I will post the recipe when I'm done in the comments. My friend Jess actually shared this with me last winter, and this is probably like the 10th time I have made it, just because it's so simple and it's so good. But this will be my first time making it in the Rockcrok, so I'm super excited. All the times I made it before, our slow cooker stand was not out yet, so I would make it in my cast iron on the stovetop and then transfer it to sorry, I'm getting distracted. Transfer it to my regular Rockcrok. So I have, and I'm going to get you guys on my stand. I'm going to turn you around so you can see. I have some beautiful boneless chuck roast here. This was 3.8 pounds, and I have it very, very generously sprinkled with salt and pepper. Sorry, I'm trying to cut a hunk here. Now, I cut this in half because it would have been too big to fit into my Rockcrok. You hear that sizzle? That's what you want to hear. We're going to get an awesome, awesome crust on this meat. And once our meat is seared on both sides, I'm going to do both pieces. It'll just take a couple of minutes. We are going to set it off onto the side. We're going to sear up some onions, and of course I have to have some jalapenos. And then it's literally all going to go in our slow cooker stand, and it is going to cook in a beautiful beef broth and Worcestershire sauce mixture. And it's going to be ready by the time we are ready to have dinner tonight, and it's going to be so delicious. Now, you guys probably saw I am wearing my apron today just because I knew I would get some sizzles off of this meat from my oil. So, I'm going to run down the ingredient list with you guys while this is searing off. I'm also going to add more salt and pepper. Really, like, seriously, very, very generously coat your meat when you're cooking this. Okay, so our ingredient list is your boneless chuck beef, and this actual recipe just calls for a 2.5 to 3 pound boneless chuck roast, and it says to trim the excess fat, but let's be real, that's where a lot of our flavor is too, so I don't always do that. Oh yeah, look at that's already releasing itself and is ready to be flipped. Beautiful. Okay. And then what is going to go into our slow cooker stand once this baby is ready to go slow and low is going to be onions that we're going to saute, and then again those jalapenos. We're going to add 2 cups of beef broth, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire, 1 bay leaf. Recipe calls for 1 garlic clove, but I'm doing 3. And then we're going to add some thyme, and that will be it. Of course, you can eat this however you prefer once you are ready to do that. I have some hoagie buns and some provolone cheese, which I'm going to throw into the oven to warm up once we are ready to eat it. I've also found that I really like raw onion on top of my sandwich as well once I'm ready to eat it. So I already have my prep work done here. There's my 3 garlic cloves again. I diced up 2 jalapenos, left the seeds in one. And then this is one large yellow onion that I'm gonna add into the slow cooker stand while it's cooking. And then I'm gonna chop up one more onion and then have that for raw to go on top. Now I'm sure you guys know I don't have my assistant, so my quality is not gonna be the best. Okay, I think this baby is probably pretty good. Now, if you want more of a sear, obviously you can leave it for as long as you want. Previously, again, I know I told you guys I used to use my cast iron. Oop, and I did the wrong side. I only salt and pepper one side first, and that's the side that should go down in your pan first. Then you can easily get the other side coated with salt and pepper. Make sure you get the edges too. I normally like to pat the salt and pepper in with my hands, and I'll give the meat a little massage. But I'm kind of just doing that with my tongs right now so my hands don't get so dirty, and obviously there's cross-contamination there with uncooked meat. So, you guys, this is so simple and so delicious and such an easy weeknight meal. I, again, have done this, probably this is my 10th time. So delicious. Now, because I only have one Rockcrok, if you had two, you could easily do this in 2 batches. I thought about using my cast iron, but I want all of those awesome juices and flavors and little bits of meat and onion and pepper that are developing in the bottom of that Rockcrok. I want those to go in to my slow cooker stand when it's cooking, because that's going to add some extra awesome flavor. So since I did this in 2 batches again, what I'm going to do is just let this one rest until it's all ready to go in together. But I'm using this awesome groove cutting board because if any of the juices come out, there's a little divot here on the side. I can pour those juices right back into my slow cooker stand, so that way I'm not missing out on any of the flavor, which is super awesome. Okay. And you guys know me well enough again too with this. You know, I always like to add some extra flavor by using some cooking wine. So what I'm going to do is, once I get my onions and my peppers in my pan, I am going to deglaze the bottom of my pan a little bit with some white wine. That's also going to add some extra flavor to it as well. Now this is a ton of meat. It's going to go a long way. It's literally going to cook up really nicely, and it is just going to come apart in your Rockcrok once you're ready to eat it. And your sauce, your au jus, whatever you want to call it, that's going to be that mixture that you are adding with the water, the beef broth, the bay leaf, all of that stuff. So you're going to get amazing flavor from that, and you'll be able to dip your sandwich right in it if that is your preference. Love it! You guys, if you have any other awesome recipes like this, I would love them. I'm always looking for easy stuff, and I find just because, you know, old-fashioned recipes, you do develop a lot of flavor, especially if you're roasting or anything else like that. So sometimes I find myself putting way too much work into recipes. They taste amazing, but it's a lot of work, right? Normally I sear the sides like this too, but whatever your preference is, you guys can probably see all of that stuck on stuff in the bottom of the pan. Those are the little bits of flavor that I was talking about. That is going to attach to the onions and the peppers that I add in there. And then once we give it a stir and let it cook a little bit, it's all gonna come up together, and that's all gonna be a part of our sauce, which is amazing. So now I've had my heat on, I had it on a medium-high that whole time. What I'm gonna do is I just turned it down. I'm gonna add my onions in. And again, that was a whole large yellow onion. And I'm gonna add my peppers in right away too. Now, if you wanted to, you could add extra, you know, cooking oil, olive oil, butter, whatever you're choosing to get some flavor in there. I'm gonna leave mine because I know once I add the wine, it's gonna help me loosen everything up in there. Wash my hands quick since I touched that meat again. Now, if it was just me making this for John and I tonight, I honestly would have only cooked half of this, but I'm gonna see how much I can fit into my slow cooker stand, and if I can fit both hunks of meat in there with my onions, I'm gonna do it. Just because I'm feeding an extra person and he's a hungry boy. Salt and pepper again, you guys. Salt and pepper is your best friend when you're cooking. You want to season every step of the way. Give these a little stir. And again, you know, you can cook these to your liking. Since I put raw onion on mine, and John doesn't really like raw onion, I will cook these down quite a bit. And obviously they're gonna go into the slow cooker stand and they'll continue cooking in that sauce. And because it sounds delicious, I'm gonna add a little tab of butter, because you know, butter is just excellent for flavor. Why not? All right, you guys, this plus all of this in my slow cooker is gonna go together really soon. I'm not gonna keep you guys here any longer. I will post pictures in the comments and I will share the recipe in the comments for you guys as well. If you have any questions on this, please comment and let me know. I'll probably still have my hat on, Jessie. And you guys, I recommend making this. It is so delicious. I honestly can't get over it. Top it with whatever you want. Again, I just do the hoagie buns and provolone cheese. It's so delicious. You'll have your au jus, you'll have leftovers, and if you have bigger chunks of meat, like what I like to normally do is buy bigger chunks of meat on sale, and I'll break it down into, you know, 2 to 3 pound pieces, and I'll just put the rest of it in the freezer, and then I can pull it out and make this whenever I want to, because normally I have most of these ingredients at home already. So look at the deliciousness, you guys. Let me know if you make the recipe. Have an awesome rest of your Wednesday, and I will touch base with you guys later.